Speng Volkswagen flying car. Many people have ever been stuck in traffic jams during rush hour and wanted it to end as soon as possible. For this, they invented the flying car in China. The mastodon in the Volkswagen automotive market and the startup Chinese company XPeng have teamed up to create a flying car that will exceed your expectations. At the exhibition in Beijing, many impressive car concepts were shown that may well enter the markets. Here are the most interesting. However, today we will talk about the flying car, a concept introduced by Volkswagen in collaboration with XPeng. This car is equipped with blades, due to which it will rise up and soar in the air. It is not the first time that China surprises with transport in the air, the same maglev train that moves 10 meters above the ground, and this happened a year ago, and, as usual, China was the first in this area. Let's see what happens here. But for now, manufacturers report that the model will go on sale in 2026. We will wait for this beast to show itself, not at exhibitions. Archak 01. A robot for big boys. In Japan, they do not give up trying to cram a human into a robot, and this time it seems to be quite successful. The dream of a mecha animeshnik, Archos 01, was created by Tsubame Industries, which is headed by an engineer who is 25 years old. Rayashida girls, this is for you. The robot is hefty, as much as 4.5 meters tall and weighs 3.5 tons. This machine moves on 4 wheels with a maximum speed of 10 kilometers per h. The whole thing is controlled from the inside through monitors and cameras using joysticks and a keyboard. If you're still trying to figure out why, then don't. It's just a huge robot that you can climb into and wave your hands at. For those who already have enough of this, the price will be a symbolic $3 million. Ray Yoshida, however, tells beautiful stories about the fact that Archaks can be useful to emergency services in the aftermath of disasters. But even a cursory glance at the appearance and wheelbase of the robot makes you at least doubt the expediency of such undertakings. In standing mode, the Archos Mecha Robot can move at a speed of 2 kilometers per h, and in driving mode, this speed increases to 10 kilometers per h. It's not exactly floating in the air like in video games, but it's better than just standing still. It can tilt forward a maximum of 20 degrees in standing mode and 30 degrees in motion mode to avoid falling. If these values are exceeded, the system shuts down to avoid serious accidents. The risk assessment for the mechanism is carried out in accordance with the safety rules for construction machines and robots. Such a robot is clearly not the first in Japan, but by far the most advanced to date. Quantum stealth. Harry Potter fans have reason to rejoice, as the Canadian company Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corporation has created quantum stealth, in other words, an invisibility cloak. The company itself produces camouflage for the military. If they fully curb this technology, they will become the main manufacturers of military camouflage. For clarity, I will say that there is nothing magical or related to quantum technology in this cloak. But on the contrary, it resembles more those very cards that shimmer at different angles and show a different image. You may ask, but how did they achieve such an effect that even behind this shield you can't see a person, but just a blurred shadow? Again, a game with light, quantum stealth is a large lens that changes the direction of different light waves, because of which an object nearby is not visible. It is called lenticular raster in another way. An interesting name, isn't it? However, the owner of the company himself declares that this is not a real invisibility cloak from a scientific point of view, since in this case, the cloak should completely hide the object from any angle, and the background will not be distorted, and in this case, the person is blurred, as in a Photoshop filter, only in reality. Previously, this technology did not represent anything, and the creator fed the media with renderings of his works. Because of this, he received a dose of skepticism in his direction, and now he sells these lenses for $400 for the largest copy. Let's see what this technology comes to and whether we can run into the women's locker room in the future and no one will even know about it. Engineers from Sensei Technologies, a company known for creating rides and stage equipment, have developed a four-legged walking robot SR02 designed to carry passengers. The robot is about 2 meters tall, 1.6 meters wide, 3.4 meters long, and the cabin is visible to people. The SR02 can walk back and forth with different passengers, rotate 360 degrees in place, and squat by bending its legs so that passengers can get in and out. Walking robots controlled by humans can often be seen in science fiction films, games, and anime, but in reality, such robots are rare and are mainly used in the entertainment industry for attractions and exhibitions. While humanoid combat robots are popular, this particular model is designed exclusively for movement. The SR02 model with its futuristic design was presented by Sensei Technologies at the Japan Mobility Show 2023. The Japanese company Man-Machine Synergy Effects fulfilled the dream of all anime fans and still stuck a human into a robot controlled by virtual reality. The robot consists of two main parts. The upper part resembles a human body, including a torso, 2 arms, and a head, although its exact size is not specified. Judging by the demonstration footage, he is several times bigger than a human. The robot's hands are equipped with manipulators with 3 fingers. This is done to more accurately capture objects. These fingers have high sensitivity and strength, which was demonstrated during the demonstration when the robot successfully picked up a soccer ball and a light stick, skillfully rotating and moving the stick between his hands. This means that such a robot can perfectly save people's lives in emergency situations. Next to the giant robot is a transparent cabin, which houses an armchair with 2 levers and foot pedals. Although pedals were not used during the demonstration, the operator sits in the cockpit wearing a virtual reality helmet, which provides a stereoscopic view identical to that which the robot sees through 2 cameras. The robot does not repeat the movements of the operator, but only controls the levers. Megabot, a mecha tractor with a paintball cannon. This is Eagle Prime, an American participant in Giant Robot Duel, in its first ever live fire test. Eagle Prime is the first Mk3 Megabot-class robot from Megabots Inc. It weighs 12 tons, is 16 feet tall, accommodates 2 people, is equipped with a 430 horsepower V8 LS3 engine, and costs $2.5 million. A large pneumatic claw capable of tearing off the door of a rusty car, and an enlarged version of a paintball cannon that shoots large balls with such force that they break plastic barrels. Accuracy, alas, is lame even from 10mm. To date, the project has been closed, and the robot has been destroyed, all the fault of the Battle of the Big Robots. The fights were as spectacular as possible, but they looked programmed. The battles were won by the same robot, since there were significantly more opponents. When the idea of combat robots completely withered away, they created the latest Eagle Prime model, which did not give the same publicity, and the project was completely completed, since a 5-meter robot with paintball guns for $2,500,000 turned out to be completely useless. This device guards the border areas of South Korea. Combat vehicles manufactured by a Samsung subsidiary are equipped with heat and motion sensors to detect potential targets, as well as machine guns to destroy them from a distance of more than 2 kilometers. The SGR-1 has a 5.4mm machine gun and a 40mm grenade launcher in its arsenal. However, the decision to open fire to kill is made by a human operator, not a computer program, and this decision was made in order not to fire at civilians. When a potential threat is detected, the machine instantly informs the command center. The image with the sound is broadcast to the operator's console, which decides whether to shoot or not. According to the creators, SGR-1 is designed to prevent war. Its purpose is to protect soldiers who have come under fire in a particularly dangerous area. Combat robots are serving alongside soldiers in the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. The region, which has been dividing the Korean peninsula into two roughly equal halves since 1953, is about 250 kilometers long and 4 kilometers wide. The 710 Cobra is a versatile, heavy-duty robot developed by the American company iRobot Defense and Security to enhance the safety and effectiveness of military operations, rapid response operations, and security services. The robot can be equipped with various types of payloads and accessories depending on the requirements of the mission. The standard configuration of the robot includes a 2-link manipulator for lifting heavy objects, equipped with capture cameras, a rotary camera with 20x optical and 12x digital magnification, as well as 4 payload loading ports. The manipulator arm, which weighs 60.3 kilograms, can be stretched to a length of 190 feet. It can lift more than 35 kilograms in the fully extended position and up to 150 kilograms in the retracted position. The Cobra Model 7 and 10 is also equipped with a digital radio receiver operating at 2.4 or 4.9 GHz, a cable, and a line-of-sight communication system with a range of 800 meters. The robot is controlled using the U-Point multi-robot control system, which is equipped with an Android-based controller and uses the robot's radio network for communication. The 8th WAIC 2024 International Conference was held in Shanghai, dedicated to the key topic of artificial intelligence. But it was not without advanced ideas of robotics and unmanned driving for the common good. The forum unexpectedly turned out to be very large-scale. In total, over 1,500 stands were demonstrated there. 300,000 visitors came, and the broadcast views totaled 2 billion views. The event was attended not only by Chinese robotics companies, but also by foreign ones, such as Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla, which brought the stationary Optimus Gen 2 and Cybertruck. Of course, there were many times more robotics from under the Celestial Empire, 1,500 robots, technologies, and innovations related to artificial intelligence, which have not seen the light, fit there. Today, in one video, carwens will try to fit all the most important things that were shown at WAC 2024. Have a good viewing. There are dozens of AI assistants based on large language models working in China. For example, Alipay, developed by N Group, which offers more than 8,000 services in such large-scale areas as utility bills, travel, healthcare, public administration, and finance. Or embedded AI, which experts have high hopes for, as it will help robots interact with objects in real time. To all this, we can involve Alibaba Group for showing the public the universal platform, Shunguang, for creating turnkey videos through a text description. The company has already implemented various tools in AI model, and now users can customize virtual characters themselves in video development. Meanwhile, there is a wave of distrust towards generative AI. So the popular science blogger Tan Chen from the Institute of Neuroscience of the Academy of Social Sciences expressed his opinion that artificial intelligence should answer questions unfamiliar to him by what he really does not know and not come up with an idea by itself. Let's follow up. Kling AI announced at the conference that it has conducted a large-scale update of its artificial intelligence to create videos based on a text description. Soon, a fantasy film generated by the AI model of the same name will be shown on the famous Chinese platform, Kuaishou. Kling made a promise to make the neural network accessible to everyone and kept its word, and the video generator is already in the public domain. But there was a reason. There were about 500,000 people in the queue for testing. By the way, the Chinese market is even in some sense oversaturated with AI-related companies, and there are 5,500 of them. And according to experts, the entire AI industry in China is estimated at 500 billion yuan, or $80 billion. For comparison, the market of humanoid robots in China is only 2 billion and 800 million, and not even dollars. But when converting into dollars, $300,000 will somehow gather there, which is strange since developers surprise with new robot developments almost every quarter. Although the government claims that by the end of this 2030, the figures should reach $80 billion. Let's believe the masters of the East. For such rapid development, innovative national scientific centers are being created in the country, which include Humanoid Robots Limited. And now for more information about their innovation. China's first full-size general-purpose humanoid robot was recently unveiled at the 2024 World Conference on Artificial Intelligence. Long, who is 180 centimeters tall, demonstrated how to clean a desk by following the staff's voice instructions. Developed by the National and Local Innovation Center for Humanoid Robotics in Shanghai, this robot controls movements like a human and can move stably on slopes. It boasts a high-performance bionic torso, an anthropomorphic motion control that supports multimodal mobility, perception, interaction, and manipulation. Qinglong can reach speeds of up to 6 kilometers per hour. Although not as fast as Usain Bolt, it's still impressive. The company claims that Tiangong is the first ever open-source robot to use purely electric actuators, although its mechanics are very similar to the work of competitors such as Unitree's H1 and Boston Dynamics Atlas. To navigate slopes and stairs, Tiangong uses 3D vision sensors that correct the trajectory in real time. It also features 6-axis force sensors, and its processor is capable of performing up to 550 trillion operations per second. Tiangong, weighing 43 kilograms and 1.63 meters tall, is powered by a 48-volt battery with a capacity of 15 ampere-hours. His arms have 3 degrees of freedom, and his leg joints have 6. In addition, the robot is equipped with inertial measurement instruments and built-in Wi-Fi.
Hi, I'm Galbot.
Hello, Galbot G1. This is a completely new and innovative humanoid robot that will help you in everyday life. The machine has no problem pouring you juice if you ask it in advance. And what is also surprising is that it can give you a choice, as in this case, when the owner asked for some drink, and the robot asked him if he would like a tomato or orange juice. The man's choice is based on an orange drink and the android chooses it. An improved language model helps him in this. Even though it's just a startup, it's already raised $80 million in funding, and they're clearly spending every cent they've invested. Look how he cleans up the trash after the kid's mess. Even a child can be entrusted to this 2-meter giant. By the way, the robot's height is 173 centimeters, so it will reach any medicine for your grandfather. A large degree of freedom in the hands of the machine allows you to easily interact with household items. So far, the robot looks crude, but I'm sure that it will reach its peak. There was a whole robot park at Huai 2024, where, by a happy coincidence, there was a Tesla Optimus Gen 2 robot, which did not quite fit in among the 18 Chinese androids. I was also upset by the fact that the founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, was unable to attend the event for unknown reasons, although he has been present for the past 2 years, even if only as an online speaker. Cybertruck, standing not far from the robot, attracted no less attention, since the Chinese do not often see such an SUV on the streets of Beijing. There is also a theory that the car attracted attention because of the scandal built on the video, where it was fired from a machine gun with 9mm bullets and the steel shield of the car withstood the entire impact. In Europe, they want to add the billionaire's SUV to the list of armored vehicles, since criminals may not use Cybertruck for good purposes. Otherwise, its suitability cannot be explained. The car cannot be pierced by a bullet, and in 4 seconds it accelerates to 100 kilometers per hour. A dream for a robber. Meanwhile, the unique Optimus turned out to be very repeatable, since in China they recreated an almost exact copy of it. More on that later. The Chinese company Kepler Exploration Robot Company demonstrated one of the whole series of Kepler Forerunner robots at the exhibition. Externally, the android looks very much like Elon Musk's robot. Therefore, there was a scandal about it. Allegedly, the Chinese only do what they know how to parody other people's ideas. And these thoughts did not come out of thin air. Let's compare the characteristics of robots. There is almost no difference in the height of both specimens. Kepler is slightly taller than the opponent, with a height of 1 meter 78 centimeters, but Optimus boasts only a height of 1 meter and 73 centimeters. The weight varies dramatically. The Tesla boy is 1.5 times lighter than plagiarism. There are almost no differences in the design. The joints of the trunk, arms, legs, and hands have many degrees of freedom, And what Tesla has overtaken competitors in is the movement of the head. Only in the second generation they added this feature to the robot. I didn't just mention that Kepler is a whole series of robots designed for different actions. In the case of Optimus, it is marketed as a replacement for labor in factories or an alternative to housekeepers and assistants. In the case of Kepler, the android of a separate series will be programmed for one task, no more. In comparison with the first option, it is worse, but there are advantages. So far, the cost of Kepler and Optimus ranges from $20,000 to $30,000, and so far they are the only such cheap humanoids with such an implementation. Since Atlas from Boston Dynamics costs from $150,000, damn it. China has unveiled the world's first manned flying saucer, an extraordinary creation from Shenzhen UFO flying saucer technology. True to its name, this bizarre contraption is designed to resemble a UFO, leading many to mistake it for an alien spacecraft. However, despite its futuristic appeal, there are no passenger seats, making the flight strictly solo. The saucer can rise to a height of up to 200 meters and reach a horizontal flight speed of up to 50 kilometers per h. While this may seem like a glimpse into the future of transport, there are concerns about its safety and sustainability, especially given reports of the vehicle being difficult to control and vulnerable to strong winds. However, the sight of a flying saucer hovering outside your window will probably amaze your neighbor more than the latest Cybertruck. During a recent exercise in Chongqing, a new drone designed to extinguish fires in high-rise buildings was demonstrated. Developed by General Aviation Equipment Manufacturing, the drone is one of the first specifically designed to fight fires at high altitudes. The drone boasts fast deployment, reaching an altitude of 200 meters in just 30 seconds. It is designed to work in difficult conditions, such as hard-to-reach areas where traditional fire extinguishing methods are ineffective. Capable of carrying up to 1,000 gallons, about 3,785 liters, of water, this drone provides a significant advantage in fighting high-altitude fires. However, despite its impressive capabilities, it also has some disadvantages. The drone's size and weight can make it difficult to maneuver in tight spaces, and its large water capacity can reduce flight time, potentially limiting its effectiveness in long firefighting operations. Despite these challenges, this drone represents a significant advance in modern firefighting technology. Chinese company Yihang has repurposed its air taxi into an advanced firefighting drone. The new Yihang firefighting multicopter is based on the passenger air taxi and is specially designed to fight fires in high-rise buildings, where traditional firefighting methods are often slow and difficult to use. This innovative drone is equipped with a 150-liter tank filled with firefighting foam and a long-range water cannon. Above the cockpit is a launcher containing 6 fire-extinguishing bombs, each equipped with sharp, hardened tips designed to penetrate windows at high speed. For precise targeting, the drone is equipped with a laser designator and an onboard video surveillance system. The drone is designed to operate semi-autonomously and is capable of flying autonomously from the fire station to the scene of the fire. However, the fire extinguishing process itself is controlled by the operator. Yihang claims that this multicopter can effectively extinguish fires in skyscrapers up to 600 meters high, covering a radius of 5 kilometers from its base station. While the drone marks a significant advance in firefighting technology, there are concerns about its practicality. The 150-liter foam tank can limit the duration and scope of firefighting efforts, and semi-autonomous operation raises questions about the reliability of remote control in difficult urban environments. Despite these challenges, Yihang's firefighting drone represents a bold step forward in emergency response technology. During a presentation in Yunfu, Jiangsu Digital Eagle Technology demonstrated its SKXF-07 drone, which successfully extinguished a fire on the penultimate floor of a 10-story building. Specifically designed for fighting fires in high-rise buildings, this drone is equipped with several advanced features that make it a powerful tool in firefighting. The SKXF-07 has a maximum takeoff weight of 40 kilograms and can carry a payload of up to 20 kilograms at a cruising speed of 10 meters per second. It is equipped to carry up to 4 fire-extinguishing bombs, each of which is capable of penetrating tempered glass up to 12 millimeters thick. These bombs release dry powder that covers an area of up to 36 cubic meters, effectively extinguishing fires without posing a safety risk. Designed for use in situations where traditional firefighting methods, such as ladders, are not suitable due to the height of the building, the SKXF-07 Pro drone provides rapid delivery of fire-extinguishing agents to the source of the fire. This not only reduces response times but also improves firefighter safety by minimizing the need to enter hazardous areas. Flight Test has developed the Firecopter, a multifunctional Y6 drone equipped with a fire extinguisher for aerial firefighting. This unique drone is a 6-rotor device capable of maneuvering into hard-to-reach places and extinguishing fires that are inaccessible to ground fire crews. When developing the firefighting helicopter, special attention was paid to safety and rapid response to emergency situations. Thanks to its design, the drone can deliver a fire extinguisher directly to the source of a fire using a variety of fire extinguishing methods, including powder and foam. The Firecopter's ability to extinguish fires from the air makes it an indispensable tool for fighting fires in urban and open spaces. We've told you about drones that fight fires, but what about a drone that can start them? Introducing the TF-19 drone, a device that is essentially a specialized flamethrower and can be mounted on a variety of drone models, such as the DJI-S1000 or DJI-M600. The TF-19 can throw a stream of fire up to 7.5 meters. The injector holds up to 1 gallon of fuel, approximately 3.8 liters. With a full tank, the flamethrower can operate continuously for up to 100 seconds. The device is made from ultra-lightweight 3K carbon fiber for a durable yet lightweight design. While the TF-19 Wasp may seem extreme, it serves several practical purposes, especially in firefighting and related fields. For example, it can be used to conduct controlled burns for vegetation control, a vital method of preventing large wildfires by controlled destruction of combustible materials. In addition, TF-19 is effective for quickly melting snow over large areas or in places difficult to reach by traditional methods. However, due to the nature of this device, its use is strictly regulated. In the United States, operating such a drone requires a license and approval from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, reflecting the potential risks involved. Additionally, despite its unique capabilities, the TF-19 operates on flammable fuels and open flames, requiring careful operation to avoid unintentional fires, especially in areas with dense vegetation or dry conditions. Despite these challenges, the TF-19 Wasp is a versatile tool for specialized applications in both firefighting and environmental protection. Advanced AI Solutions has developed the AAIS fire suppression system, which includes unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, to fight ground fires. These drones are equipped with advanced technologies that enhance their ability to quickly detect and extinguish fires, providing fire crews with critical real-time data. Their autonomous operation reduces the risk to firefighters by allowing the drones to operate independently in hazardous environments. Equipped with thermal imaging cameras, these drones can detect fires up to 5 miles away, even in difficult conditions such as fog, smoke, or rain. Built-in artificial intelligence processes data in real time to help coordinate firefighting efforts and optimize the use of resources. A key feature of the AAIS system is the ability to directly extinguish fires. Each drone is equipped with a tank that holds up to 12 kilograms of fire-extinguishing powder, which is sprayed using a quick-release system to effectively extinguish small fires. This allows drones to quickly respond to emerging fires, potentially preventing larger fires from starting. Write in the comments which of the firefighting drones shown in this video impressed you the most, and whether the flying saucer-shaped aircraft surprised you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Carwens channel. Recently, Elon Musk came to an 8-hour podcast with the most popular faces of Neuralink. The head of the neurosurgery department, Matthew McDougall, a leading specialist in brain interface software, Bliss Chapman, came to talk to Elon. Well, the main star was Nolan Arbo, the first person with a chip implanted in the brain, and the entire podcast was released on the YouTube channel of American scientist Lex Friedman. Among the functions, it is possible to note the detection and decoding of brain signals in interaction with various devices, such as a computer or prosthesis. In January 2024, Neuralink successfully performed the first operation to implant its device into the human brain. The first patient was Nolan Arbo, who agreed to participate in this historic experiment. The operation was approached with special preparation. First, the company conducted tests on hundreds of animals, developed a realistic brain model that perfectly matched the patient's brain. The operation took place in several stages. The first was anesthesia, cessation of perception of the environment by one or another part of the body. The patient fell asleep. After that, a CT scan of the brain was performed, that is, an X-ray image. The next step was drilling a hole in the skull and finally implanting electrode filaments 5 millimeters into the brain under the control of a robot. With such careful preparation, there were both foreseen and unforeseen factors. Doctors knew that there would be brain movement caused by Nolan's breathing and heartbeat. To do this, they preferred special methods with this movement in mind. Unknown factors turned out to be sudden subsidence of the brain into the depths of the skull, which would make it difficult to establish threads. In other respects, the operation was successful without any complications, thanks to high-ranking and experienced neurosurgeons. So, for a couple of months, the subject was able to control the cursor on a computer. The device worked for 4 or 5 hours of real time. The rest of the time, Nolan charged the implant through a power bank, which he hid under a hat. After 100 days, the electrodes began to lose contact with the brain. The body of the subject rejected the device. The company explained all this by the fact that brain movements in the skull caused the loss of thread contact with the brain. It's all the fault of the cerebrospinal fluid, which acts as a barrier for the brain so that it does not collide with the skull, so that the implant can bounce off one nod of the head. Experts think that the company will come to the decision of implanting an implant directly into the brain. Elon Musk will certainly do the same, and implantation will require extreme surgical intervention in the future. Synchron, a startup specializing in the development of brain-computer interface, BCI technology, is working on devices that allow computers to be implanted into the human brain. This innovation can play a key role in the treatment of various traumatic brain injuries. One of their key products, the Switch device, is specifically designed to help paralyzed people, such as those suffering from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, by allowing them to communicate using computer cursors. The device has already been implanted in 2 of the 3 test participants who will be under medical supervision for a year. Chinese scientists have announced a significant achievement in the field of neurotechnology. They developed a wireless brain-computer implant and implanted it into a human head. It is essentially a chip that provides data exchange with external devices. The creation of the neural interface lasted about 10 years, and it was named Neural Electronic Opportunity. The first patient was a man with limb paralysis who underwent surgery on October 24, 2023. According to the source, the neuro implant gave the man back the ability to control his hands, allowing him to move them, squeeze and unclench objects. However, to perform these actions, it is necessary to use prostheses connected to the neural interface. The Chinese implant is compared to the Neuralink chip, which is also installed in the head, but not in the nerve tissue, but in the epidural space of the skull, which makes the procedure less invasive and safer for patients. The size of the chip is comparable to 2 coins. It does not have batteries and receives power through a near-field wireless network and a high-frequency antenna. Molecular biotechnologist Hesham Alkali has unveiled a futuristic project called Cognifi, which aims to revolutionize the prison system. The project includes a virtual reality device and a brain implant designed to make prisoners experience the emotions of their victims. Al-Ghali's concept uses artificial intelligence to create a video recording of a crime, while a brain implant transmits the victim's feelings to the perpetrator. He believes that this exciting experience can have a profound therapeutic effect, while rehabilitation will take only a few minutes, and the effect will last for years. In addition to visual stimuli, technology can cause physical sensations such as pain and suffering experienced by the victim. Cognifi uses artificial intelligence to create realistic memories in real time, and integrates them into the neural networks of the brain to prevent cognitive dissonance. These memories are selected taking into account the severity of the crime and the length of the sentence. First, a brain scan is performed to determine the neural pathways in detail. The device then affects certain areas of the brain responsible for memory and logical thinking, such as the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, parietal lobe, and anterior cingulate gyrus. The project also includes an encrypted repository of confidential information about prisoners and data on their rehabilitation. I'll briefly talk about the recently released trailer from Figure, which talks about their second-generation humanoid robot, Figure 02. Investments by large companies and investors in the amount of about $700 million accelerated its development, which led to today's release. The video demonstrates the new capabilities of the robot, starting with a human-like foot design that provides rotational movement similar to that of a human ankle, and a textured sole for better grip. It also describes in detail the new robot drives such as A2, L1, and L4, which provide different torque and range of movement, and the symmetrical design of the legs simplifies production. L1 and L4 devices provide efficient signal transmission and reliable data processing, while L4 switches manage traffic depending on the needs of the application. In addition, the updated Figure 02 model is equipped with a 5-fingered hand with rubber tips and an adaptive design that increases accuracy and safety. The robot's head is equipped with a display showing the battery level and the possibility of visual communication, and the mesh neck provides mobility that mimics the movements of a human head.
Also, watch our previous videos. And Carwens was with you. See you next time.